please listen carefully. It might be covered earlier or not, so please listen carefully. So with respect to the consumer buying process, so second unit mostly it speaks about a consumer. Who is a consumer? What are the different behavior of consumer with respect to the services, and his search, experience, choice. So search, experience, choice of services, and consumer expectations, consumer satisfaction. These are the keywords we have to remember with respect to the second unit. But for understanding these keywords, we have to recollect all the basic concepts of consumer buying behavior. So irrespective of the product or service, a few things remains the same. Only thing in the service marketing, we have to add the people, process, physical evidence, as most of the services are intangible, so we have to add some element on it. Okay, so the buying process starts with the problem recognition, information search, evaluation of alternative, and selecting the service or a product, and consuming post purchase behavior. This is the way it will go. This already we discussed, just we are revising it. And with respect to the consumer behavior comes in all the phases, all the 5 levels, starting from the identification of customer need to post-purchase satisfaction or dissatisfaction. We have to consider some factors, characteristics, so cultural factors we have to consider, social factors we have to consider. In the cultural factors, we have to see is culture, subculture, and social class. In social factors, we have to think about the reference group and family, what is the role of the consumer, what is the status of the consumers. This is explained here. And with respect to the personal factor of a consumer, it comes with the demographic factor, which might be a age, what is his age category, and what is the life cycle, whether he is in the kid stage or in the late adult stage, that also plays a role. And what about his occupation, his lifestyle, and what about his personality, and what is the content of his self, how he is giving importance to the self. These are things comes under personal factors. With respect to the psychological factors, all the things which is studied under psychology, it might be a motivation. What are the things which motivates him to buy the product or creating the need, and perception, different levels of perception, learning, belief, attitude, values, etc. So these all things comes under psychological factors. The personal factors, it is somewhat visible to the marketers. As a service marketer, the personal products can be visible, we can understand a little bit, but with respect to the psychological factors, it's very difficult to understand as it is a qualitative factor. So we have to give more importance to these things. And with respect to the culture is the definition means the learned value, a perception created on our mind, or wants or behavior through generation to generation. So culture is formed from generation to generation. It might be heredity or through learning or observation or experience from generation to generation, that will have an impact on the consumer buying behavior in the services also. Subculture, it can be based on the community or a religion or a region where we are from, or what the language we are speaking. So that these all things comes under subculture. Social class, in the society, we might be classified into different class. It might be based on the occupation or income or education or religion. Again, the society itself, we have a lot of diversities created that we call as a social class. Mostly, we will classify nowadays based on the income. But apart from that, there are many things. Education we can classify, community we can classify, language we can classify. That also comes under social class. The society, how it is clustered or divided. Okay. Then in the social factors, we have another things called as groups. Like a society, we have some other communities. Okay, groups. We have so we can group any consumer based on different parameters. So, for example, here they are mentioning 3 different types of groups which might influence the consumer on his choice of services. So, one thing is membership group, aspirational group, reference group. So whenever we are designing a marketing mix and also a service mix, we have to identify this particular consumer belongs to any group. So as I said, membership group. So did he add any membership in any one of the things? For example, we have gym clubs, driving clubs, exercise clubs, yoga clubs, dance clubs, etc. So by understanding in whatever the membership clubs, he had a subscription. We can categorize, we can understand his behavior. So even we are unable to understand his behavior by following or observing the club members' behavior, we can able to predict what type of services, what preference he might be having in choosing a services and using a services. That is membership. Aspirational group means the group in which a individual person want to associate. Membership groups, he want to be a member, he is a member, he is acting with a lot of people. Aspirational, I want to become the member of that particular category of group. So normally middle income people will try to become a member in the aspirational group. For example, even the service sector, we are having a Rotary Club, Lions Club. These clubs, even it is for mainly serving the society, but what is considered nowadays, it is seen as a status. I'm a member of this Rotary. I'm a member of the Lions Club, because there is a lot of election is conducted, there is a position is given. Okay, so similarly, we people want to become a member in particular group. We wish to, that is called as aspirational group. So by through a survey or interaction, if you are able to understand to which group they want to associate in the near future, means that gives some understanding. Reference groups, next slide. Whenever a consumer is going for a purchase or searching for the information or evaluating the information, he will go and ask an opinion or a suggestion or a guidance from a set of people he believes. The reference group may be a family member, maybe a friends, maybe a peer group, maybe the close society people. So these people are the recommended reference groups for a particular consumer. Means my service mix should be based on the reference groups, not all the individual. Because if this individual is so much dependent on purchasing the service or deciding the what service I have to buy, means I have to identify the reference group and the behavior of the reference group, how they perceive the services. So here completely, I am not studying the consumer, but I am studying the groups, membership groups, aspirational groups and reference groups. So these things will give me idea how I can satisfy the consumer. So this is also one of the important thing, understanding the group. Next one, like the reference group, there is another word called opinion leaders. Reference group means if I am going and asking, if I am going and asking my peer groups, if I am going and asking my friends, they are my I refer them. But the opinion leaders are the common people, okay? They will create a review, they will create a feedback, they will create an opinion, and they might share in public. So nowadays we are seeing a lot of reviews coming for, even for politicians, even for a movie, even for a serial, even for a small event. There's n number of memes are coming, reviewers are there. We have a lot of YouTube channel, we have a lot of blogspot, etc. So these people are called as opinion leader. For example, today, if somebody want to choose a movie, which movie I want to go in, immediately we are going and seeing, looking into the YouTube channel or some blogspot to get the reviews. So the opinion of that people may impact my decision on choosing a particular movie. The same way, for a particular service, whether it is a hospital or a hotel or flight services. So if there are some opinion leaders existing in the society, means as a marketer, I have to observe how they are suggesting, to whom they are suggesting, about what are the factors they are giving criticism. So if for example, if all the hotels are giving a particular services, there are around 5 to 10 opinions. Continuously, they are speaking about the quality taste of all the hotels. Means obviously, the consumers start asking for different taste. Even they might be satisfied with the current taste of the hotels provided in the society. These opinion leaders, on their knowledge or on their influence through some other way, they will create an opinion, might be wrong or right. They will create an opinion that will change the mindset of the consumers. Because who will be following these opinion leaders, who will be following the reference group, means again we have to link with another concept called, we learned is called a self. Those person who can take decision on his own, who respect his own decision, who don't want to follow others, who don't want to listen to others, means they are having a self-concept. So these self-concept people cannot be judged by these groups. The groups or opinion leader reference groups, we cannot judge because they are not taking any decision based on these groups or opinion leaders. There are some set of people, even they have very good money, even they have very good education, even they have a very good knowledge about the product and services, but they have a little bit hesitation factor to choose a particular service. Either it might be because of they don't want to take a risk, they don't want to suffer loss, or they want to show that they always depend on other people to create a network, whatever it may be. So they mostly depend on other people for getting suggestions. So if most of the consumers are like this, they are dependent on other people, opinion leaders means, then my focus is not this consumer, my focus is on that group members. So that we have to understand. Okay. The same way family, the social factors again the family. So for example, even if we take choosing an education institution with respect to the school, who is a decision maker? Either the father or mother may be the decision maker. So the courses up to the school at least, they are not speaking more about the content, other things to the student. They will speak or they will make all the promotion, they will give all the guarantee, warranty, whatever the services, your kid become like this. Every promotion is focused on the parent because here the decision is taken by the family. So the mother or father will depend upon the suggestions or promotions are given by the school, but they have to take the decision with the permission of the family members, their parents, their brothers or sisters, or their family members. So here, if it so means, as I am having a service, I have to focus on the family. Again, I have to check how family bonded you are. You means the targeted consumers. So the targeted consumers are mostly nuclear people means my focus on the family should be less. But if I am selecting a particular location, for example, a place like Kerala, so mostly they associate with each other, family members, relatives, they always like the bonding. That means that when I am promoting my product in a village in Kerala means I have to focus on the family behavior, not on the individual behavior. But come back to cities like Bangalore or cities like Hyderabad, mostly there will be a nuclear family or otherwise there will be any one member of the family will be there. Maybe the husband or wife may be in some other location. So there is a single person. So they have to depend on either the friends or colleagues or other promotion or at least their family members over phone. So these segregation I have to find out how they are taking decisions. Okay. The same way another thing is social role status. Here also it's that we might be having some role in the society. We might be having some society. Our society will assign us this is the status of him means I have to maintain that. Even I like or not, for the society, I have to use this car. Even I like or not, I have to use only this footwears, this dress materials, this jewelry. So most of the time, the people are going for choosing a particular retail service. And they are choosing for a particular jewelry, not based on mostly, I'm saying mostly not based on their interest, based on their caste. During the marriage time or the common gathering time, they will think about how other people will think. Other people may be the family members, other people may be the friends, other people may be the relatives. So here, what is here the importance is not with respect to the family, social status, because my relative, my friends, my colleagues had created some role for me. They believe on me, I am in that status. They might be feeling that I am in a higher middle class, but actually I might be in the middle class. Means so during the marriage time, during the common social gathering time, I have to maintain the status. I have to borrow. I have to buy a car. I have to wear a dress. I have to wear a jewelry according to their perceived status. That is another challenge. The same way for the hotel or a hospital, whatever it may be. So during the COVID time also, when a patient is suffering from some fever, so we are looking for ads, we given a first aid and we want to take it to the hospitals. Immediately, our friends or relatives will give a lot of opinion. Oh, you are admitted in local hospital. Oh, can you take to that premium hospital? Even the costs will be higher. So they will create some premiumness. So if it is with respect to the treatment or otherwise, it's fine. But they are speaking about the premiumness. So either if I have an affordability for that or not, even I have a willingness for that or not, even I have a sentiment towards the doctor or not, as other people are saying about, because it is a life matters. So later they will comment on the life and about my role means. So I have to take a decision based on their suggestion. So here, whatever we are planning, we are speaking about a 7 mix: product, price, place, promotion, people, process, physical evidence. Everything we are not considering. Okay, that is the second one. But what is the opinion of these social class, these family members, these friends, these opinion makers on the 7 mix matters than my experience, than my belief on the 7 mix. So as I am thinking from the marketer point of view, service marketer point of view, I have to see these persons also, or these statistics also. But in addition, I have to see the personal things also that I will see. So even the age and life cycle, we have a classifications. Okay, so we have another classification like generation wise. We have a baby boomers, millionaires, generation X, Y, like that. We are having the same way. Age wise, we can have a classification: youth, getting started, builders, accumulator, perseverance. So we can classify based on their age category. Okay, and we can classify based on the occupation. When I am designing a service, for example, if it is a insurance, so insurance, if it is LIC, is more focused on government people, because government people they want to just escape from the tax, so they don't want to trust many people, so they mostly depend on government insurance or LIC. So here the major role is trust, because they will be earning very less, they don't want to take more risk, just for the sake of paying the insurance they are paying, at least for getting an exemption or for the compulsion. Okay, but if take some people in the private, they assume that they might be earning more, so those type of people will be ready to take more risk, but they want more returns. They won't stick on to the trust created for the last 100 years. They will evaluate, they are so rational. They will take more document, they will compare how we have to pay, what is the mode of payment, how much amount I have to pay premium, after 10 years what will happen, what are the things are covered. These much questions who will ask? Private, well earning people. Okay, so even in the occupation, we have a classification with respect to the choosing an insurance. But obviously, according to the IRDA, all the policies, all the premiums are similar. Even as a different company, only the few percentage will be the name. But still, we have a preference towards this brand and that brand based on our occupation. If I am doing an on my own self business, my preference towards the insurance will be completely different. It is based on the opinion of other investors, that is other entrepreneurs. So here also my occupation plays a role. Then my economic situations. So what is my income level? What is my savings level? What is my disposable income level? What is the interest rate prevailing in the bank? What about the recession? So these factors also influence me in choosing a particular service. Okay. Next, we will. This is two more question, or sometimes it may be asked. So this is called as a VALS. Okay, values and lifestyle. So we have to choose a product or service. We have a concept called the values and lifestyle. Our values and our lifestyle matters in choosing a product. Okay, so here we can classify this values into the two different things: the primary motivations and what are the resources we are having. So primary motivations, my ideals, my achievements, what is the way I am expressing my thoughts, what is the way I am just demanding my requirement. These all comes under primary motivation. So these motivations have a relevance with the consumer behavior choice. Another thing is what type of resources I am having. High resources, low resources. High resources, if I have more money, if I have more power, okay, so what I can do, I can take independent decisions. Okay, I can be an innovator. Already we have a class called innovator. I can try with a lot of new services, unknown services. Whoever comes today, I want to be the first person to try. That is based on my resources, resource capabilities to buy the product or services. Low resources, if I have very less money to invest, that means I am not ready to take more risk, means my attitude in preferring a particular service will change. So my primary motivation will be different than if I'm having higher resources to buy the product or services. Again, the personality, already we discussed the personality. I might be introvert personality or extrovert personality. The extrovert personality means all these things we earlier discussed: groups, associated groups, reference groups, peer groups, family, relatives, opinion makers. All this will have an impact on me if I am a extrovert characters. Extrovert personality means I will listen to others. I will speak to others. I will listen to others. But if I am an introvert character, I will think more. I will analyze more. I will evaluate. Finally, I will take the decision. I will respect my decision. I won't bother about others' comments. Means the way I have to market the service to you should be different. So here it is called as personality, also a matter, and it has a relevance with the self-concept. So here in the brand, so the same way brand personality, so here what the marketers are doing, even the brand or product or service, they are trying to create a personality for the product. They are trying to create a personality for the brand. If I say one brand means some image is created in my mind. With respect to the premiumness, with respect to the benefit, with respect to the quality, with respect to the trust, I created some personality. For example, we are having around 29 members here. If I am calling each person name, other people will try to create some personality for you. He is a very soft person. He is a very rough person. He is polite. He is humble. He is help-minded people. He is very friendly. So like that, based on their experience and based on your expression, some personality is created for whom? For your name itself. Same way, the service provider tried to associate some personality with the service. LIC insurance, Bajaj Alliance insurance, Oriental insurance. So whenever we say the name, brand name or company name, there is something associated with that. So it has some personality. So what the marketers are trying, the brand personality, they are creating a brand personality. That brand personality they try to associate with your own personality. So that is the concept we are having an axe effect. Also axe who is so manly. That means that this will attract the people. That's a man who want to be a very good man, a perfect man. He want to appeal others. He want to unique means. So they want to create the axe spray with some personality. That's a manly personality. The same way comes to the soap, Lux soap. It is Lux soap, the beauty soap. So they are associating the soap with the beauty. So it will be appealing some set of female. And similarly, facial creams, cosmetics, etc. Even in the laptop, the brand name itself creating some association with the personality, the premium personality, or so that we have some things. So Dell, it will be durable, it will be suitable for this type of people. Okay, HP Pavilion, this will be a little bit costly, but this is suitable for this type of people. So that means that each product, each company, each brand, the same way each service also, they try to create a personality. They want to associate this personality with your perceived personality. So that is so important. Here we have to make a mini study. One side we have to understand about the personality of I customers. Another side, which type of personality will be mostly accepted by my consumers. That personality has to build among my product, my service. Then I have to continue the promotion. I have to stick on with that branding, with that personality. Then I have to use my promotion, advertisement, packaging, everything to relate. I have to say to the consumer, this is the product with this much personality. This will suit your personality. See, here also again I am not speaking about any 7Ps. So we have to create one personality with respect to the consumer personality. This is also important. So this also comes under consumer behavior. So these things already we studied in Maslow's hierarchical theory. So we have to understand the 5 level. So according to which level the customer is, we have to plan the service. And in the consumer behavior, we have to understand how the consumers are buying the product. Whenever we are giving more tips, so here we can say it comes under identification of the need, searching for the information. For example, we can take the searching for the information and I am relating with the psychological factors. So for the searching of the information, evaluating the information, I can classify the consumer behavior based on the 3 things: selective attention, selective distortion, selective retention. So even you as an individual, okay, you might be having all these things, but for particular product, you might be having a selective attention. In the same thing, some information you will distort. Okay, in something you will have the ability to retain the information. That as a marketer, I have to understand which concept, which language, which design, which logo, or which word, or which celebrity face this person are able to recollect. It's not only about recollecting, I have to match my perception with the product purchase or service purchase. That is a very important. Making the people to remember the brand is not important thing. But when they are going for purchasing the service, I have to connect these 2 things. So here they are coining the 3 names: selective attention. Even we are giving a lot of information daily. this particular consumer or human being, they have the ability to listen. First listen, see only few points. That might be the ability, depends upon the different people or different religion or different region or different education type, whatever it may be. So I have to understand the people are having selective attention characteristics. So I have to very clear that which concept should attend them. So first thing we have to understand, there is a concept called selective attention. The tendency of the people to screen out most of the information to which they are exposed. So we are getting more information, but we are able to filter only few information. That few information should be my information. That is my challenge as a marketer. Next one, distortion. Is the tendency for the people to interpret information in a way that they will support what they already believe. Distortion. So distortion means you are communicating one information in one view. But according to my understanding, according to my interest, according to my education, according to my willingness, I try to understand your concept in my own way. So it is similar to misunderstanding, but it's not a misunderstanding. So whenever some person is communicating something, what the promotion and advertisements are trying to do. So for example, there is one fairness cream advertisement is coming. Okay, they will be showing one girl who may not be looking that much fair. So after using this cream, after 1 month or after 6 weeks, she is getting beautiful. This is a message they want to give. But please think, the same concepts might make some other women to get irritated. Okay, so for example, there are those girls who are having self-concept. So this means that only fair people will be accepted. Is it so? Whether the advertisement says that the people with less fairness will not be accepted in the society. If the thought comes in, immediately they will reject the product or reject the service, irrespective of the quality, irrespective of the price. Because the communication they understood, they distorted is the company want to focus, the company want to educate the common people that beauty is fairness, fairness is beauty. If I have a difference of opinion means, then the information is distorted. Reverse. Assumption, I am already inferior, I am already thinking about my less fairness. I am just looking for something to make me fair. Now you are advertising. Now you are showing some face which is similar to my face with less fairness. Somebody is using it, they are becoming very handsome. Entire society says. Now the information is exactly matching with me. I am also looking for that. And you are showing something which give me some solution for my fairness. So I feel very happy. I will respect you. The same product, same promotion. How the two people interpret based on their experience, their self-concept. This is also a challenge for a marketer, especially in providing the service. If it is a product, at least we can show the photo, at least we can show the product, at least we can make them feel. But what is the problem with the service? They can't touch, they can't feel, they can't visualize. Your visualization on one service, my visualization on my service is different, right? That is the challenge. So, but we have to understand there will be a selective distortion. Always you try to listen. Whoever saying what are the concept according to your ability, according to your interest, not on my interest. I might be trying to say a lot of things in my view, but you will filter and you will use only according to you, according to comfort. That is called a selective distortion. Next one, selective retention. For example, per day, you might be seeing around 200 advertisements. Even there is thousands and thousands of advertisements, you will be changing the remote. In between, there will be very nice advertisement with the very good jingle, with the very good celebrity, with very good sound, with very good cartoon. We are also enjoying advertisements sometimes. But after 1 or 2 days, how many advertisements we are able to recollect? Fine, sometimes we are able to recollect the music. We are able to recollect the celebrity. We are able to recollect the product. But while going for a purchase, whether whatever I see, whatever I liked, whatever I remember, whether it is having a reflection on my purchase, may or may not be. So the advertisement becomes fun. The advertisement becomes entertainment. It's not given some information into my mind means again it is waste. So we always speak about promotion, advertisement, give discount, give more promotion. But we have to understand very carefully that all the promotions are not successful. All the discounts are not successful. So the discount is successful. Promotion is successful, advertising is successful, telemarketing is successful only if my consumer understand in a right way. Even the promotion, they are telling some options. For example, if you're going to the hospital for a general checkup, okay, the general checkup costs around 10,000 rupees. They are saying that, okay, you are from this particular college, very good. We want to have a collaboration with you people. Okay, students, for the student, there will be a 20% additional discount. Then you will ask, okay, sir, my parent also wanted, can you give? Again, for the parent also they are giving. So you feel happy about the service. 20%. Remember, you are going to the same hospital. That day they are telling, sir, the amount is 10,000 rupees. As we are from so and so college, we are ready to give a 80% discount. For my mother, yes, 80%. Father, 80%. Grandfather, 80%. Any friend, 80%. If it's so many, then you will start doubting. So even in the promotion they are telling, there is a particular level of discount you have to give. If it is more than the level, that is more than my believable level, okay, I will say, okay, for this product, they can give only 50-50. They might be getting a 60% of profit, okay. For the promotion, they will be ready to lose 50% of their profit. Again, they will be getting 10% of profit, I will accept. But if you say their production cost is 50 rupees, but they are giving a discount of 80 rupees, means we won't accept. No company will start a business to loss of 30%. And they want to sell less than that of their cost. We won't believe. So here what it comes, even as a company, I am favoring you, I am ready to lose, I am giving more promotion to attract you, appeal you, to position you, but your knowledge, your experience, your belief system, your attitude, this discount level is not at all possible. So I will reject the product. Correct? So even in the fairness we are discussing, they are saying 6 weeks, 6 months, we will believe. If somebody says that within 2 days it will go, 2 hours it will go, means it should be as acid only. We won't believe. Okay? The same if there is some other hospital. Go to the hospital, within 1 hour you will recover, we won't believe. Okay? So, in any information, searching for the information, source of information regarding the services as a marketer. So we have to learn the subject as a marketer, service provider. We should know my customer will have selective attention. What are the things? He will distort some information. So I should be very careful in designing the concept in services. This concept should not be distorted. I have to communicate in such a way, he has to understand the same way. I have to identify where are the possibilities that it will distort. I have to stop the distortion. Next one, retention. What are the factors which is making the consumer to retain the information given by me? I have to remember. So these are also very important in terms of learning the consumer behavior. Next, other things, the learning we studied for making the people to learn. Learning, why we have to study learning in service marketing? So whatever you are speaking, whatever you are promoting, actually we are teaching them. What is learning? Learning, the definition says that learning is the process of creating a permanent change in your mind, in your belief, with your knowledge. Permanent change. You are believing the X brand. I am giving some advertisement, I am giving the promotion. Because of that, I am making you to buy my product, my service. This is what I created. I created learning in your mind. This is a product, this is a service. My product is better than this product in terms of these factors. My price is cheaper than his price. So I taught something, you learned something. Among these parameters, something happened in your mind. There is a permanent change in your behavior. That is called as learning. So for making this learning, you have to understand what are the drivers of motivations or learning, what is the stimulus, what is the input I have to give, what are the cues, what are the symbols, what are the signals I have to give, what type of response I have to observe from you when I am giving some information, and what are the ways I can reinforce you. I have to ensure that you are making a change in purchasing a product. These all things comes under learning. We already studied. And belief, knowledge, opinion, faith, these are the concepts you have to remember. Attitude, a person's relatively consistent evaluates feelings and tendencies towards an objective. So this is the thing we already said. So even the promotion is very aggressive with a very less discount, we might be having a different attitude. Okay, even the service, we have some different attitude. So taking a person to the hospital, to this hospital, we have some attitude based on our previous experience, our sentiments. Taking to their education institution, going through this flight, buying this car, giving for these maintenance services. going for the consultancy to that particular person, choosing a insurance policy from the particular agent. So all things happen because of some attitude, whether it may be a positive attitude or negative attitude with respect to the service provider or with respect to the service. So we have to analyze, this is our product or services, these are my target audience. I have to make a research, what type of attitude created in their mindset. Then only I have to decide all other mixes. So that is also important. And the last week we discussed about there are 4 types of behavior: complex buying behavior, dissonance reducing buying behavior, habitual buying behavior, variety seeking behavior. The same thing for the services also. There are some services in this, customer is taking more time because it is a high involvement. I have to take more time because it is costly or it is risky. Complex buying behavior, because if I made a decision to choose a particular service, later I cannot change. We can take as insurance. Complex insurance means I am not speaking about a general life insurance, I am speaking about a health insurance. So every year I have to renew. So it is a complex buying. So nowadays the scenario is very risky. I have to take lot of informations. Okay, what are the hospitals they are covering? What is their premium policy? If death is not happened, what are the other facilities they are giving? Accident insurance. If the accident is not happening, what are the other things? If I'm hospitalized, what are the things they will detect? Whether they will give the entire amount or small amount. So with respect to the money, with respect to the policy, with respect to these service providing hospitals, it's a complex buying decisions. Dissonance reducing buying behavior means, yes, it's little bit complex buying, but I don't want to take more risk, but I want to go with some product where there is no problem. Same thing, LIC, why people are choosing dissonance reducing behavior. We are not finding out very great difference, very great advantage in terms of LIC. For example, hospital means in the Tamil Nadu, you will say Apollo Hospital is better. We don't know what is better. Okay, we don't know next hospital, which is poor in this, we don't know. But generally, all the people are doing. So all the people are comparatively successful, nothing happens. So dissonance ready. Dissonance means my doubt should not come after the consumer purchase. Dissonance after sales service, post purchase behavior. So after the buying of the service, I should not feel bad about purchasing the service. That is called as dissonance reducing. So I don't want to have a stress after the consumption of service, after the purchase of service. So I am going to buy a regular traditional things what others are doing. I just want to follow others. That is one type of behavior. Habitual buying behavior. Daily I am going to some other things to get a service. Okay, vehicle purchase, vehicle repairing service, puncture, haircut. This is going to the beauty parlor is completely different. Going for general haircut or shaving is completely different. So habitual buying behavior. Okay, daily I am just going, I am taking the same thing. Why I have to take think more? So if we are taking some pani puri from the roadside shop, they are also service provider, food retailer. They are also doing some service. But it's habitual. I am just going, and the risk is very less. Risk is the risk is the cost is only 20 rupee, and mostly nothing will happen to us as a young people. So this is so if it's a habitual buying behavior comes for particular services. Variety seeking buying behavior. Right, every time we want to try different services. Okay, so for example, if we say Ola, Uber earlier, so nowadays we are preferring Ola for some reason, Uber for some reason. But initially, when there is a lot of competition, I also took one time I will took Ola, one time I will took Uber, because there is no difference. Every time I want to travel in different car. So one time I will book auto, next time I will book premium, next time I will book in the middle. So because every time I can choose different cars I want to have. So here is a variety seeking behavior, because my objective is to travel. Whether it is an auto or a premium car, all is travel only. I want to save my time. Only 50 rupees, 100 rupees different. So here I have no loyalty towards a particular product. I have no loyalty towards a particular brand. But whether it will be suitable for a hospital, whether it is suitable for education institution, whether it is suitable for the flight, because these all things are risky. Risky mean in terms of money loss, or in terms of life loss, or in terms of our benefit loss. So there are some type of consumers, or among the consumer for particular services, we have a variety seeking buying behavior. So here we can classify two different ways. Different consumers behave differently. One consumer will behave, consumer buying behavior is a complexly he will behave. Another person will try to purchase dissonance reducing. Another person will buy habitually. Another person will buy variety seeking. They are called as innovator in another way. This is or otherwise the same person in buying one particular service, he behave very complex. I want to invest 5 crore in a land or going to buy a house. Complex buying. Dissonance reducing buying behavior. I'm going to buy a car for 10 lakhs. I don't want to take more risk. Okay, all are buying this. I will go for the car. Habitual buying. Daily I am going to buy something. Habitual. Today also I'm buying, tomorrow also idli. Dosa. Daily I am eating. I can go to anyone and say habitual. Nothing. I will go and order idli dosa. I will eat. Habitual buying behavior. The same person. So for food, he acts as a habitual. Variety seeking behavior. I am going to some other place. I want to have some chocolate. Every time I want to try with a different chocolate. Okay, the same person for buying this product, he is acting as a variety seeker. Another thing, he is acting as a habitual buyer. Another thing, he don't want to take risk, so he want to reduce the dissonance. Another thing, which is very costly, very risky. Here he want to act as a complex buying behavior. So now you have to think about your service. What is the type of service? What is the type of consumer? This consumer for this service, whether he will act as a variety seeker, whether he act as a habitual buyer, whether he want to reduce his dissonance, or whether he think it is a complex buy. Accordingly, you have to design your 7 P's and you have to communicate accordingly. Okay, so this is separate. Buying decision behavior is separate, but for us, for the services marketing, we have to understand it very clearly. Again, I am not relating with the product. I am relating with the behavior of the consumers. Okay. So this is the important thing. That is all explained in the slides. Okay. You can read it later. Okay. These are the steps in buying decision making: need recognition, information search, evaluation of alternative, purchase decision, post-purchase behavior. Okay. That is also explained. And another concept called the adoption process. So whenever the new service is coming, how we adopt. So for example, before 5 years, we can say the maximum 5 years, okay, we won't heard about getting a food through app. Okay, Swiggy, Zomato and all very famous within 5 years, you can say. So assume that the first time you are hearing about a Swiggy or Zomato means how you accept it. That is called as adoption process. How a consumer accepts a new service. So for accepting the new service, there are only 5 steps are there. That is called as adoption process. First, you have to get the awareness about the service. I have to know about the service. Somebody have to communicate about the product, somebody about the price, communicate about the service, communicate about the benefit. That is awareness. Then after hearing this, I should have an interest. Yes, somebody told, okay, you can sit in a home, take a mobile, just to click the idli, dosa, whatever it will come to home. Okay, this is knowledge. What is the name? Swiggy. Yes. Interest. So one fine day, I don't want to go out. I just want to try it. Okay, interest. So I just want to try it. That's it. Interest. Evaluation. Now I am just thinking, okay, if I buy through app, if I go to the hotel, what is the difference? I will ask some friend. Okay, you ordered to Swiggy, you know, what is the cost? How they packed? What is the taste? In how much minute they deliver? 10 minutes. Now I am just thinking, going to the next hotel. I will order idli. It will come in 2 minutes. Okay, time wise, this is better. What is the price? Yes, that is 20 rupees. Here it is 15 rupees. So 5 rupees, this is better. Then taste. The next thing so I'm looking for some taste which is available in 2 kilometers far. Now I am just thinking 2 kilometers, how I do? I will take a bike. It will take another 10 to 15 minutes with the traffic. How I have to spend 30 rupees of petrol. What is the price difference? Here it is 15. There it is 20 rupees, but I am saving 20 rupees. So totally 15 rupees saving, but I am getting very good service, very good food. Evaluation. Okay, this is the evaluation. Till now I am not purchased. Now just one day they will say, yes, first day offer 50% discount. So I am taking app, I am ordering dosa, puri, idli, whatever I want to. 500 rupees bill, 250 rupees. 5 of the friends, we just said we want to taste everything. It's a trial purchase. It's not a purchase, trial purchase. After that, we come to the conclusion, okay, this product will be better for Swiggy. These things will be better for by getting from the hotel. So now, slowly what we did, adapted towards this particular service. So even it is happening just fraction of seconds, or it might happen for 1 year time, this process will happen, but most of the time it will not be visible. Awareness, interest, valuation, trial, adoption. So based on the durability of the 5-step, we can classify the consumers. If it is in a fraction of second, they are called as innovator. They will immediately accept the service. Awareness, interest, evaluation, trial, option, everything will direct adoption. These all things is good, but it will take 30 to 40 years. Even after 30 to 40 years, we start thinking whether I have to go out or not. Laggards. They have more loyalty toward the particular service. Okay, every concept is related. That is called as, this is called as adoption process. That is called as buyer adoption category. 5 different levels. Okay, that also will come. So here innovation categories. Buyer adoption category, innovation categories. Early adopter, early majority, late majority, laggard. Laggard is the person who will take more time for this 5-step process. Innovator is the person immediately will get. Early adopter will take 1 week. So innovator categories is categorizing the customer. Okay, innovator will accept the product immediately, laggard will not accept. This is called as process. Whether they will accept immediately or not, whether they will take more time, what the step they are planning. Awareness, interest, evaluation, trial, adoption. For this, we have another model, AIDA model. Attention, interest, desire, action. So this we can call as a AIDA model or adoption process. Okay, adoption process, stages of adoption process of services are good. It's AIDA, AIETA model. AIDA model, it may comes under advertisement, it comes under promotion, attention. So if you want to attract, if you want to get the new customers, acquire new customers, means first thing, attention, create an interest, create a desire to buy the product. Finally, he will buy the product. Attention, interest, desire, action. So the 4 things will happen. That is called as AIDA, AIDA model. Adoption process, AIETA. So both are similar. Only the one word will be excess, but it has a relationship with the innovation categories. Okay, the type of customer with respect to the acceptance of the new product. Okay, fine. So next, with respect to the service, we have 3 important attributes in designing the service. One is search attribute, experience attribute, credence attribute. Search attribute, these all things comes for product and service, but these things called as a service attributes only. Okay, search attributes are the attributes, are the factors, are the qualities that we can see at the time of purchase. We call it as a factor, right, in choosing that particular service. Okay, I can see the service, I can see the infrastructure, I can see the building, I can see the car, how they are speed, I can see the tools available. If it is a hotel, I can see the location, I can see the ambience. Okay, by these things I can search, right? These type of hospital, these type of hotel, these type of institution, these type of consultancy, where it is available. Search attributes. So if I want to get the information about a particular service, that are all characteristics called as search attributes. So if I want to compare with one service with another person, the search attributes plays a major role. Because these are the parameters I used while searching the service. That is called search attributes. Experience attributes. While I am using the service, while I am consuming the product, if it is a product and consuming the product, or if I am experiencing the service, I felt something. Okay, I went to the counselor, I feel relaxed. That is experience attributes. I went to college, I gained some knowledge. That is experience. I went to the movie, I got relaxed, I got entertained. I went to a theme park, my stress is gone. This is experience. So when you are comparing your service with the other service, you try to exchange. You try to explain, you try to evaluate this experience. Okay, you also went to the hotel, right? I also went to the hotel. These things I felt. What you felt? But without consuming the service, we can't compare. Okay, without consuming, so I should consume in my hotel, you should consume in your preferred hotel. Then we will start evaluating our experience in 2 different hotels or other entertainment places. That attribute is called as experience attributes. So search before consumption, before buying the product. Okay, we have some factors, we have some concepts to search the information, to know about the service. That is called the search attributes. After using the service, I have some feeling, I have some emotion, I had some experience. I can list out these factors: joy, anger, stress, whatever it may be, your emotion. So I can compare this level with your level. That is called the experience attributes. Credence attributes. Credence attributes means this, we can say again, mostly comes in service, that we can't explain. We can't explain. In some places we can't explain. Mostly we say some terms of without treatment, if we go for a counseling to a particular doctor. We go to the doctor, he will speak for a few minutes, we will be happy. We'll just ask, how are you? Eat well, sleep well, take this vitamin tablet. We feel very happy. So this is how we can compare. Credence. Sir, if I went to that person, I feel happy, sir. If I'm speaking with that person with for 5 minutes, even it's something mad or stupid, I feel very happy, sir. If we go and meditate in that place, it is very happy, sir. Can we evaluate? Can you tell what you felt? I don't know. Can you say what are the things they served? I don't know. Can we compare my experience? I don't know. That's the credence attributes. So this is the place, this is the core value the service marketer has to catch up. Because search is little bit visible, little bit understandable, even before the purchase. Experience, after the purchase, after the experiencing the service, I can compare. The main thing is the person has to be able to communicate it properly. Credence, whatever the joy I received, whatever the relaxation I received, whatever the benefit I have received, I myself unable to explain it. That is a hidden, that cannot be explained. That is the thing, it is called as credence attribute. So mostly we can see search attribute is a hotel, the room price, airlines, timings, sound system, the quality of the sound system. We can able to evaluate before the purchasing of the service itself. Okay. If we say experience attributes, if you are going to the hotel, the dining, how it is arranged, hygienic, theater, how it looks, how is the clarity, quality, how is the ambience, beauty salon. So after going to the salon, how I look, what is the hospitality they give, what is the after sales service give, it's through experience. Credence, healthcare, legal, consulting. Obviously, we don't know how to explain it properly. Okay, so as these things are invisible even for me, as these things I am unable to explain to you very clearly, even I am experienced, there is a need of a brand, there is a need of a testimonial, it's a feedback, there is a need of a reference. So I have to create a logo, I have to create a brand, and I have to make you to believe what is the experience you had. That is because of this brand. This brand gives you that experience. What experience? Good experience. So slowly what I will give, this brand give good experience, this brand give good experience, this brand give you solution. That's it. So what you want to tell, please buy this product, you will go. So you yourself don't know what it actually gives. That is called as credence attributes. What is the advantage for me? As it is unexplainable, as it cannot be imitated, as it cannot be copied, my competitor will not take the advantage. This is my core competence. What is the core competence? My consumer itself unable to explain, unable to evaluate. If he is able to understand what it is, if he is able to evaluate, if he is able to compare, then one day I might lose. Now it is the uncomparable feeling. If you go to the church, if you go to the temple, if you go to the mosque, what feeling you have? It is a very good feeling, nice feeling, relaxing. What it is? How much? Measure. How much you got yesterday? How much you got today? How much you will get tomorrow? We can't. So simply going there, give me some relaxation. So that is the core advantage of the services. So we have to understand what are the attributes we can fix in search. What are the attributes we can fix in experience? What are the attributes we can give in a credence? Or in reverse, my consumer, he will understand these things. He will prefer only these things while he is searching. That is called a search attribute. These things only he is able to evaluate. He is able to explain after the experience attribute. These are some things it will satisfy him. He like it, but he himself unable to explain it, compare it. Then he will stick on with it. So these three attributes is very, very important in service marketing that we have to understand. Okay, so next one is continuum of service that we will discuss later. So friends, with this, we will stop today's discussion. I request all of you to switch on your videos, and if you have any doubts, you can ask me. Okay, so today the discussion topic, it might be having a different discussion, but every discussion is focused on consumer behavior in services, search, experience, choice, customer expectation, customer satisfaction. So might be in forthcoming classes, we will discuss more about consumer expectation, consumer satisfaction, etc. If we understand these things, then we have to move to the next topic called service quality. So you should be very clear in these concepts, the very basic concept, something might be new to you. Okay, if you are very clear in this concept, then only we can move to the service quality. That is also little bit we feel difficult to understand. If you understood these basic concepts, consumer behavior, attributes, search attribute, etc., I mean, we can easily move on to the next unit, service quality. Okay, so with this, I will stopping today's session. Next day, we will discuss about continuing concept. Then we'll move on to the next unit. Okay, so thank you, friends. Have a nice evening. Thank you. Take care.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.